Okay, I'm back, guys. This is part 5, I believe. But anyway, I know this has been taking so long, but there's so much information. I mean, so much is happening. I just want to make sure that I got some of the important points out in regards to this. What's going to take place in the Great Tribulation? What I was talking about before was this article I found on J. Helm, or martial law. I was talking about Texas and why they were doing numerous exercises in Texas. Uh, and what they were doing was to prepare uh, for being familiar with the landscape, basically, and where they could adapt to unfamiliar terrain, social and economic conditions, and so forth, operating in and around communities where anything is out of the ordinary that will be spotted and reported. Locals are the first to notice something that is out of place. No, this is why they practice for when they have anything planned and they plan to go to war. Uh, they practice at it, and the opportunity to work with the civilians to gain their trust as an understanding of the issues. Well, don't trust them because they're going to be your enemy. So I'm not going to say much. So that's going to be, totally up to you guys, whoever sees this. Because the impact that Jade Helm is going to make to any area or any military area it's martial law, and that's when they really mean business. And it's just basically, to me, if the Russians are training the U.S. troops, they're traitors. And if anybody in the armed services hear this, well, sorry guys, but have you gone this far? I mean, this for what? The New World Order? Well, it can't be stopped. But you have to know where you stand. There's only going to be two places where you're going to stand. Are you going to stand with Jesus Christ, or are you going to follow your leaders, and your leader is Satan? Because it is a war. It's an ancient war between God's people and Satan's people. So I'll just leave this also link so you all can read through this. And this is when collapse comes, that they're going to increase military presence everywhere, and it's in every state. And I even noticed some of it here too. There's a lot of changes being made. A lot of people who are experiencing these exercises are noticing increased aircraft in the area at night, and it was overheard that it was very annoying by people who had to get up early in the morning and then hear these activities at night. It's not very good. And safety for civilians and exercise participants in #1 priorities. This is just basically to say you might as well just kiss your freedoms goodbye. Well, that's all that. See, I was looking for here that we're just hours away from nuclear. Now, could it be nuclear? Because the next ones I wanted to talk about is proliferation, or is it EMP? Because I changed that because I was thinking A lot of people are talking about, well, Russia would be an easier way to take us out with an EMP. What's an EMP? It's an electromagnetic pulse attack that will take out our grid system and send us back to the, prehistoric age, basically. There will be no electronics, no computer, no nothing. That's why I wanted a chance to speak about this before everything was taken down. And, well, if it would do any good at all. Russia states that they are making their maneuvers in the waters around Europe all the way down towards the Atlantic, towards our coast. So they've been very aggressive because they have the technology to do this. So they've been doing this since, 2013. And this is a very interesting page about Russia's warns states of war, of UK nukes, prepares the first strike and all, because the UK was afraid of what Russia might do to them that was around in their waters. And so they were wanting to nuke them first, and so on and so forth. That's a rumor of war going on. So we have the wars and the rumors of wars of what the Bible prophesied. And the Moscow bomb shelters begin to fill as Russia prepares for war. And so they're getting ready for war, and especially here in the United States. Something is about to take place, definitely. Obama meets with top Russian spy and warns he can't stop the war. And we're also informed that Obama had over past 11 months met with Russia's top two spies who the U.S. had not put on their sanctions list like the EU did, including the director of the FSB just last month, and met with Obama in the White House. And says the top U.S. commander is under arrest for refusing to fire nukes at Russia. So, and says on the 20th of March, says a report said prepare for nuclear war. Russia warns citizens as U.S. tanks flood into Europe. Now, and you know all the trouble that was going on in the Ukraine. So Russia is flexing their Gog and Magog muscles. And so it was back in the time when the curtain there at the Berlin Wall came down, when Gorbachev started a coup there in the USSR at the time, and then it became the Russian Bear. Well, that was the beginning of Ezekiel prophecy, chapters 37, 38, 39. And so this is an interesting page about Russia's movements, what they're planning and all. It also talks about U.S. and NATO are planning the largest wide-scale war games in modern history in the Baltic states, and creating lines of troops across Eastern Europe, while at the same time thousands of Russian troops are in full combat alert, while Russian nuclear missiles are being moved to the forefront, and Russia's strategic nuclear bombers are in the air and ready to attack. And I mentioned that one of their bombers was just 50 miles off the California coast. Here's that article, before I forget, this article of $9 trillion that was missing for the Federal Reserve, which the Federal Inspector General couldn't explain about. This is the video. You've probably seen this video, but if you haven't, here it is again. And so there was something else too. It was in regards to, well, that wasn't it. Well, that's not there for some reason. I wonder why. Here's another EMP attack. And let's see. I just clicked on this, so I saw it. It says EMP attack will kill 90% of the U.S. population. And guess where Uncle Sam is moving to? Where are we moving to? To NORAD in Colorado. Cheyenne Mountain Complex. It's in a mountain cavern. So that's where they're hiding, in a mountain cavern. Remember the underground caverns? Mountain caverns and bunkers that they will be hiding in the mountains. Yep, that's where they are. And I think there was something else too. Let me go back. Well, this wasn't really that much prepared for this part. Because there were some new ones that came in today. And here's the Jadetown forces forced relocation of tens of millions of Americans. Where do they plan to put all these people? In the camps, probably. When the chaos happens. I'm just going to leave links to all these articles. And y'all can look at them and read them. Because there's just so many. Just to give you an idea. That we've all been had, basically. There's a recent, this is archives of electronic false EMPs. The most recent was April the 11th, 2015, where EMP nuclear attack fears have U.S. reopened at Cheyenne Mountain, which I had just showed you the article. It says days after the Iran deal, the Pentagon acts fearing nuclear missile attacks that would burn out America's electronic-based defenses. And speaking of Iran will be destroyed. And this will be the prophecy in Daniel 8 of the ram and the goat. I'm at the end, so we better end this. And I think that's it. If there's anything else that I need to let y'all know, about the blood moons. So I'll have to talk about that later. Y'all take care and give your life to Jesus today, because we're not guaranteed another tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.